All right, let's dive into this Xiaomi SU7. Seems like everyone's talking about it, especially after the Ford CEO, made those kind of surprising comments about it. We've got two YouTube videos to dig into today. One from an Italian car enthusiast, master pilot, and the other is, well, from Song Yang, a Chinese tech reviewer who got an early test drive. Lucky him. So, ready to find out what makes this car so special?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's pretty fascinating to see Xiaomi, a company that's known for like phones and all that, jumping into the car world like this, really shows how these tech companies are, uh, well, they're shaking things up. In traditional industries, I mean.
Right, exactly. It's like they saw Tesla doing its thing and thought, hey, we can do that too. And maybe even better, right? So let's get down to it. Song Yang's video gives us a close look at the SU7's specs. What are your first impressions? I mean, it's a good-looking car.
Yeah, it really is. Sleek, modern design,
Mm-hmm.
and the size of it, pretty impressive.
Yeah, tell me about it. Almost 5 meters long
Yeah.
and almost 2 meters wide.
Yep, and you get those dual trunks.
Oh, yeah, those are nice. How much space total?
Combined, you're looking at 600 liters.
Not bad at all. Not bad. But we both know it's not all about looks and space, right? It's what's under the hood, or,
Okay.
I guess in this case, what's under the floorboards.
Exactly. And the SU7, well, it doesn't disappoint. Especially that Max version with the dual motors.
All right, let's hear it.
220 kilowatts in the front and 275 kilowatts in the rear, bringing it to a total of 838 Nm of torque.
Okay, wow. Now, I may not be a physics whiz, but those numbers, those are some serious numbers. Can you break it down for us? What does that actually feel like when you're driving?
Think of it this way. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.78 seconds.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's supercar territory.
Wow.
You're going to feel that acceleration, that's for sure.
That's faster than my morning coffee kicks in. Speaking of feeling it, Song Yang, he got to experience this thing firsthand, right? What did he think about the performance?
He was blown away, completely blown away. He couldn't stop talking about the acceleration, even without using, that boost mode.
So it's got a boost mode, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's got a boost mode. But even without it, he was impressed. He also mentioned the braking, said it was excellent, and a really smooth ride overall. Actually, he got so excited, he said. And I'll try my best with the Italian here. Mamma, mia ragazzi, guardano hanno schiacciato il fin in fondo. Veramente una partenza spettacolare, ragazzi. Emozione da batticuore.
Whoa, okay. Say that again.
Mamma e ragazzi, guardano hanno schiacciato il fin
Mm.
in fondo. Veramente una partenza spettacolare, ragazzi.
Look at him.
Emozione da batticuore.
That's quite a mouthful.
Basically, he was saying the acceleration was so intense it gave him palpitations.
When you hear that kind of genuine excitement, you know it's got to be something special.
It really does. And what I find really striking is the performance, especially at the price point we'll get to later. It puts a lot of pressure on on those big name brands.
Yeah, it sounds like Xiaomi isn't messing around.
No, they're not.
And it's not just about the performance either. This thing is packed with tech.
Oh yeah, it's a tech lover's dream.
You've got that massive 16.1-inch 3K tablet display, a 7.1-inch digital dash, and get this, a 56-inch heads-up display.
Wow, that's huge.
That power all that. A Snapdragon 8295 processor. Oh, and there's more. 25 Dolby speakers.
25. You're kidding.
Nope, 25. Talk about an immersive experience.
It sounds like Xiaomi took everything they know about smartphones
Hmm.
and just packed it all into this car.
Yeah.
They're going for those tech-savvy drivers, that's for sure.
Yeah, they are. But they didn't stop there. They also added some luxury touches.
Like what?
Triple-layered silver-plated glass for UV protection, optional tablet holders,
Yeah.
and get this, a refrigerator.
Refrigerate in the car.
You heard that right, a refrigerator.
Now that's going all out.
So they're targeting a customer who wants it all. Performance, tech, luxury.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move. They're not just making another, budget EV. They want to attract those buyers who are looking for a premium experience.
Makes sense. But speaking of shaking things up, let's talk about the Ford CEO and his unexpected love for this Xiaomi SU7. According to master pilot Jim Farley, he's been driving one of these for the past 6 months. And, get this, he's actually been praising it.
That's wild. You don't see that every day. The CEO of a major car company admiring a car from a newcomer. And a Chinese brand, no less.
It's pretty unheard of.
It really is.
What was it he said about the Apple car?
Ah, yes, his statement. He said, and I'll try the Italian again. Tutti parlano dell'Apple car, ma Xiaomi è già qui.
Which means?
Everyone's talking about the Apple car, but Xiaomi's already here.
Wow. That's a pretty powerful statement.
It is. It's like he's saying, everyone's focused on this potential Apple car. But Xiaomi, they're not just talking, they're doing
Like
it.
they're doing it well, it sounds like.
Exactly.
But I bet not everyone's happy about this.
You're right. Not everyone is. In Master Pow's video, he actually expresses some concern about these Chinese brands like Xiaomi. You know, he thinks they might overtake the traditional car makers.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's worried about it. He points to their affordability and their tech skills as their big advantages.
Makes sense. He even criticized Ford, didn't he?
He did. He thinks they're playing it too safe, relying on those existing platforms, like the MEB platform from VW, and just using old names, like Mustang and Capri. For their electric models,
He's not impressed.
not really. He thinks they should be pushing the boundaries more.
Instead of just, ticking boxes for regulations and emission standards, he
Exactly.
seems to think they should be doing something more innovative.
Yeah, he contrasted Ford's approach with Toyota, actually. He thinks Toyota's in a good spot for this transition, with all their hybrid technology and their diverse portfolio of cars.
So different companies, different strategies.
Right.
So what about you, the listener? Where do you stand on all this? Are you open to buying a Chinese EV? Or do you prefer to stick with the brands you know?
It's definitely something to think about. This whole automotive landscape is changing so fast. Brand loyalty might not be the deciding factor it used to be.
Very true. Now let's talk about price.
Yeah, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
How much does all this cutting-edge tech and performance actually cost?
Well, in China, the base model of the SU7 is going for 216,000 yuan.
Right.
The Pro version is 245,000 yuan. And the top-of-the-line Max version, that one's 299,900 yuan.
Okay, for those of us who don't speak yuan,
Sorry.
what's that in, say, euros?
Let's see, that's roughly 27,300 for the base model, 31,000 for the Pro, and 38,400 for the Max.
That's interesting. That's significantly cheaper than a lot of other EVs. From the big brands, anyway. Even before you factor in any government incentives.
It is, and that's what makes this so disruptive. Xiaomi is offering premium features, premium performance,
Yeah.
at a price that's very attractive.
Yeah, it is. But we can't forget about import tariffs.
Oh, right, of course.
If the SU7 does make its way over to Europe, those tariffs could push the price up a bit. But even still, those initial figures are impressive.
They are. Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
Would that price, combined with everything we've talked about, would it be enough to make you consider a Chinese EV?
That's a great question, and one we'll definitely keep in mind as we continue our deep dive. Stick around, because in part 2, we're going to explore the wider implications of the SU7, the challenges those big car companies are facing, and what it all means for the future of the future of cars.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. All right, welcome back to our deep dive into this Xiaomi SU7. We've covered a lot of ground, the specs, that Ford CEO thing, and even touched on how this all affects the car market. But what's the bigger picture here?
Well, I think it's important to remember that the SU7, it's not just another car. It's kind of a symbol of this huge shift that's happening in the car industry.
Yeah, you're right.
It's about the rise of these Chinese automakers. It's about technology, how fast it's moving, and it's about what customers expect from a car these days.
And Master Pilot, he seemed pretty concerned about what this means for the, for the traditional car companies like Ford.
He is. He thinks they're making a mistake.
Yeah.
Just adapting their old platforms and models, to make them electric.
Instead of going all in on something new,
Exactly.
like really innovative.
Yeah. He specifically calls out Ford, using that MEB platform for their electric Explorer and bringing back those iconic names like Capri for their electric models.
He's not a fan.
No, he thinks they're clinging to the past.
Instead of embracing the future,
Right.
it's a tough spot for those companies, isn't it?
It is. They have this legacy, this brand recognition.
Yeah.
But they also need to innovate, to be radical, to keep up with this EV revolution.
It's like a balancing act.
A very difficult one.
He contrasts Ford with Tesla. He seems to think Tesla has a big advantage.
He does. Because they're a startup, basically.
They don't have that, baggage of tradition.
Right? They can move faster, take more risks.
But he also mentioned Toyota. He thinks they're well positioned too.
Yeah, he sees Toyota as more measured, but strategic.
With all their hybrid expertise.
Exactly.
It's like everyone's in this race.
But running on different tracks.
So where does that leave the customer?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Are people going to stick with the brands they know? Or are they willing to try something new? Like a Xiaomi.
Especially when you consider the price.
Yeah, that's a factor too.
And it's not just about the car itself anymore. It's about the whole experience,
Charging, the software.
the whole ecosystem.
Master Pilot actually compared it to the tech industry.
Yeah, he thinks that people, since they're already familiar with these Chinese tech brands, like Xiaomi, from their phones and stuff.
They might be more open to buying their cars too.
It's an interesting thought.
It is, but the car industry, it's not as simple as smartphones, right?
No, it's much more complex.
You have safety regulations, manufacturing.
And brand loyalty. It's a powerful thing.
So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Very interesting.
Now, Master Pilot also talked about something else. Government regulations.
Oh, yeah. What about those?
He thinks some of those regulations, even though they're meant to be helpful, they've actually slowed down innovation in the EV space.
Interesting.
He specifically mentioned those European emission standards. He thinks they've made car companies focus more on, just meeting the rules.
Instead of coming up with truly groundbreaking tech.
Exactly. He used Ford as an example again.
With the MEB platform.
Yeah. He thinks they're using it just to save money and to meet those standards.
Not because it's the best or most innovative platform.
Right. It makes you wonder about the role of government, doesn't it?
It does.
Should they be stricter with those regulations?
To push companies to be more innovative.
Or should they give them more freedom?
To experiment and compete.
It's a tough balance.
It is.
You want cars to be safe and clean. But you don't want to stifle creativity and prevent new companies from entering the market.
That's why this whole Xiaomi SU7 thing is so fascinating.
It really is.
It's like this perfect example of how everything's changing.
The technology, what customers want.
The whole car industry is in flux.
And it gives us a peek into the future.
A future with a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
But also a lot of unknowns.
All right, let's go back to Jim Farley for a minute. That Ford CEO who loves the SU7.
Yeah, what about him?
Master Pilot uses that whole thing to talk about the bigger challenges those big car companies are facing.
Right, like they're starting to feel the pressure.
From these Chinese brands, from all the new tech.
And they're realizing that the old ways of doing things might not work anymore.
He even thinks that Farley praising a competitor's car.
It's a sign of respect, maybe even a little bit of fear.
Like he's acknowledging that the game has changed.
And that the big players need to adapt.
Or they'll get left behind.
Exactly.
It's a powerful message for the whole industry. The car world isn't just a club for the big names anymore.
It's a global market now.
With new players, new tech, new ways of doing things.
And the customers in the driver's seat, so to speak.
They get to decide who wins. And Master Pilot contrasted that with Toyota again.
What did he say?
He sees Toyota as being more cautious, more strategic.
Not jumping headfirst into, full electrification.
But building their hybrid expertise.
And offering different types of cars.
To be ready for anything.
It'll be interesting to see which approach works best in the long run.
So, what about you, the listener? How do you feel about all this? Are you excited about these new companies, like Xiaomi shaking things up? Or are you worried about all this change? These are important questions. We're in the middle of this huge shift in the car industry. The Xiaomi SU7, it's just one car. But it's a sign of things to come.
It shows how we're changing how we think about cars.
About technology, about how we get around.
It's a reminder that the car industry is global now.
The old rules don't apply anymore.
And the winners will be the ones who can adapt, who can evolve, and who can figure out what customers want before they even know it themselves.
Well said. That wraps up part 2 of our deep dive into the Xiaomi SU7. Make sure you join us for part 3. We're going to explore how this new player could impact the the global car market. And we'll dig deeper into the strategies of those big car companies and those up-and-comers.
All right, welcome back for the final part of our deep dive into the Xiaomi SU7. I think it's safe to say this car has, really gotten people thinking. It's more than just a new EV. It's forcing those big car companies to take a good hard look at themselves. Master Pilot made a really interesting point about how different companies are reacting to Tesla, that elephant in the room.
Yeah, what was that?
He noticed that some companies, like he specifically mentioned Toyota, they seem to see Tesla as like a benchmark, someone to learn from.
To try and catch up to.
Exactly. But then there are others who, it's almost like they're in denial, like hoping Tesla's just going to, fade away.
Like it's just a trend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Tesla has really changed things, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just the tech. It's the whole experience of buying and earning a Tesla.
Yeah. He talked about their sales model.
That direct-to-consumer thing.
Right, where you buy straight from Tesla.
It's putting a lot of pressure on those traditional dealerships.
I'm not sure they can keep up, to be honest.
It's kind of crazy to watch, isn't it? This whole industry is having to, wake up and adapt. And now with Xiaomi coming in, I think it's just going to get more intense.
It's like what happened with music and streaming.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Those record labels that didn't adapt well.
They're not doing so well now.
Exactly.
The same thing could happen at car companies, right?
That's definitely possible.
Will adapt or die, right?
That's the name of the game these days, especially with technology moving so fast.
Couldn't agree more. And that brings us back to the SU7. It's a sign of things to come.
The future of cars is, well, it's unpredictable.
New companies are popping up everywhere.
The line between tech and cars, it's getting blurry.
And customers have more choices than ever before.
That's a good thing, I think.
So, to our listener, what do you make of all this? The next time you're thinking about getting a new car, maybe you should, open your mind a bit.
Don't just stick with the brands you know.
Yeah, do some research. Check out what these newcomers are doing.
Like Xiaomi.
You might be surprised what you find.
It's a great time to be a car enthusiast.
It really is.
All this change, it means we could see some really amazing cars in the future.
From companies that we've never even heard of.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me too.
Who's going to come out on top in this new car world? Who knows?
It's going to be fun to watch.
It is. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the Xiaomi SU7. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two.
I know I have.
And maybe you're even a little bit excited about the future of EVs.
I am, definitely.
We'll leave you with this thought. The future of the car market, it's wide open.
It's up to us, the customers, to decide what that future looks like.
Will we go with the newcomers?
Or stick with the old guard.
The choices we make today will shape how we get around for years to come. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you'll join us again next time for another deep dive into the world of, the world of cars. Until then, keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And most importantly, keep driving.